Hello everyone, and welcome to Evil Labs. My name is Steven Marqueteros, and today we are going to be playing the most passive-aggressive / aggressive simulator that you will probably ever play in your life. Because you see, the game Evil Labs is designed around the idea that some sort of, pharmaceutical development company is trying to poison people and make them sick simply so that they can sell them the drugs that thus treats them, which, there's arguments about whether or not, the, conspiracies and government and stuff is trying to, disease people, and, that's a debate that we're gonna have for another day, because right now we're playing video games, and we're actually gonna do that instead of having that conversation. So I've played the tutorial a little bit earlier, to get myself acquainted with the game. This is something that you can get on Steam right now for, I think, $10.99. It's in beta, it's still in development, and I believe the developer is still updating the game, and that's how we ended up with a copy of it. So, yeah, I'm basically going to show you around the game, basically give you my little impressions of it, and we're going to hopefully go through and have a little bit of fun. So, yeah, let's get it right into the free play. I don't actually know what this menu does, so it says in these game modes there's no goals and there's no end, which is my kind of game. It's recommended that you have already completed the tutorial. Well, that's good, because I am qualified in order to free play this game, I so believe, or at least, whatever the developers thought should be put in the tutorial. I'm at least qualified thus far. So, basically, what this game is about is people emerge from the metro system, walk out onto a very interesting-looking metropolis here, walk up towards my building with a nice sign on the top that says Evil Labs, we've got the cure. And then they walk right up to the pharmacy station and buy stuff. But in order to actually buy stuff, we are going to have to get some employees. And this is a lot more money than I actually had in the tutorial, so the game is already vastly different. So yeah, basically, what you do is you'll hire some employees, like this fellow right here, worker. We're going to put him up front, and we are going to get him to sell the drugs that we are making. However, in order to sell drugs, we're also going to have to produce them, which is why we are going to build a little basic factory. Let's see, right here. It's actually going to cost $500, money that we do not yet have because I accidentally purchased far too many employees right at the start of the game, which I didn't actually consider at the time. So actually what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to sell our inventory first, unless firing people gives us money back, but I don't believe it does, so I'm not actually going to attempt doing that. But yeah, after we sell a little bit of drugs here, we'll be able to build a little development production thing where we can actually create new stuff. Yep, no, I've completely screwed this up. Yep, definitely hired far too many employees. I don't think I could take out any loans or anything, so... Ooh, that's not good. I can't believe I already broke the game. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, darn. Alright, I guess another take. We'll get this right eventually. So take two. We're finally back here at Evil Labs again, selling our stuff now, and we actually have enough money to build a production line in order to keep this thing going. Completely forgot about the little price that we had on top of that. So yeah, if we construct ourselves a small factory right here, we can get our other employee to go down there and essentially, pump some drugs right off of the production line and right into our store shelves so we can keep producing to our consumers. Which is, basically how, the whole system works of where we're able to make and sell stuff and blah, blah, blah. And, that's the premise behind the game, is being able to sell to our customers. Now, you may have noticed at this point, you'll be like, well, what else is there to the game besides this, and building up the money? So all of your workers have needs in this game. So there's stamina, hunger, fun. I'm not actually sure what the experience thing does yet, considering I don't think I've actually seen anyone build experience. But basically, you also have to fulfill these needs at the same time. And this is why this game is such a little micromanagement thing, too, because stamina disappears quite quickly for all of your employees. And when their stamina gets down, they essentially don't work nearly at the same capacity that they would otherwise. So what you have to do is you kind of have to put these little recovery things on here, which makes them kind of automated in a way, and that's one of the main things that I would really appreciate about this game, as if there was a little bit more automation to the thing, because games like I guess, what is it, prison architects, you know. Basically, you hire the people and they do their jobs, you don't have to micromanage them all day. And with the implementation of this whole life auto-recovery / you know, auto-recovery system, you can kind of fix a lot of those problems. So, yeah, let's make sure we got that set up. Yeah, we don't want these people to, you know, just fall over, collapse, and die at some point on us. So, we actually have to build some offices in order for them to stay alive. So, if we get ourselves something like a bedroom, then they'll be able to go take a nap, you know, build up some of that stamina that they have. We can also build ourselves a mess hall and a living room if we had the appropriate amount of money to do that. I don't know what's happening to my English today. And so, yeah, as you'll see, the stamina on this guy is down, but we don't really have anything else because this guy is currently taking a little bit of a nap. So, let's push you back to work, bud, so we can go get some other stuff and have this guy take a little nap, you know. So, not everyone here is exhausted out of their minds. So this guy is going back to work. The other guy just got off of the production machine. He'd been making stuff, you know, and now this guy is selling our stuff so we can hopefully get a mess hall so our guys here will actually be able to eat. So I figure at some point in this game, you'll be able to construct in these windows up here. I don't know if you have to, you know, get some sort of an administration thing and research, like the continuation of building an elevator, kind of like this thing down here. Yeah, you know, from one floor to another. It seems like at some point you will be able to do that. It just, you know, it seems like a game feature. It wasn't explained in the tutorial at all, so I guess we'll actually come around to experience it for ourselves coming up here soon. So I'm actually pretty sure if we don't end up feeding our employees, they do eventually die. So it is going to be good for us to build that mess hall as soon as we can. It's going to cost $500 though. And these people are always getting so tired, so we don't actually have any of the money to do that at the second, so there's a lot of waiting. It's kind of one of those games where you're pretty sure that you're going to be able to make it, but you're not 100% sure, so it's best to not think about it too hard. This guy's building up. Okay, let's get that here too. I really don't want our employees to die because they can't live for themselves. They're basically cronies, you know, they're robots. Come on, why aren't you... There we go. Sell to the customers. Sell to the customers. We need to sell. There we go. Now we should have enough to build a mess hall. Yep, this is a rather large space, but yep, now our employees can go feed themselves when they get hungry, and we can keep operations just freshly going. Oh, look, now they're having a little conversation as they eat their chocolate bars or whatever the heck those things are. Maybe they're drinking some type of soda down there. Yeah, both of our workers just sitting there, you know, contemplating their life decisions to be working in an evil laboratory. I don't think that would be a very good conversation. I don't know if you'd like working in a job like this where it seems to be permanently night outside. You know, you're working in underground in a laboratory facility. That basically has one little hotel bedroom. Doesn't even look like it has nightstands or anything down there. Jeez, such an interesting little thing here. I think the art style of the game is it's unique and it's something good. You know, actually, one of the things I really miss was something like Sim Hospital. That was a really good game. I had a really unique kind of design thing where like, you could make rooms and stuff and whatnot. It's kind of like this. This reminds me a lot more of that Star Wars app. I don't know, it came out a couple years ago, and that was probably even based off of something else. But it was kind of like where you built your thing floor by floor and you construct new floors to do things. And this is kind of structured in that same way. I think there's some other games that also work like this too, but I can't pull any off the top of my head right now. It's certainly a bold way to go. There's a couple of unique things about this game that I think will still need to be worked out, like having more than one store and able to sell things, because it does appear that the customers come faster than we are able to sell. I could be wrong in that regard, mainly because we just haven't been producing an excessive amounts of product recently, but you know, we'll have to see the further we get into the game whether that's true or not. It does appear that the animation for fun here is also eating, so I guess that the mess hall in the living room kind of serve the same function in a little sense, but yeah, maybe if there's like a TV or something, I don't know. And we've also kind of reached that part of the game where it's more micromanagement simulator than it is anything else. Basically, all of our employees are taking, you know, care of themselves. They're either, you know, sleeping or eating or having fun or whatnot, and then they're going back to work now here. But, you know, there are just these long periods where my employees just take care of themselves, and the line of people outside just isn't affected in any way whatsoever. So I think that's kind of interesting. It's very strange how this game works, but yeah, we just kind of live with it. So it actually does just so appear that there is a metro on the other side of the map as well. If you go all the way over to the other side, there's one here, and there's one on the other side too. So I'm not sure if we are going to be able to utilize that. I'm not sure how we would. Maybe we can expand the building. I am not 100% sure at this point. We're going to have to do some more research and whatnot after we're able to get some more money. But yeah. Definitely, it is something that's going to be a little bit of a time investment here. What I should do is assign that guy to go work on that when the other guy is sleeping. But, you know, the micromanagement of this game is definitely not what's in it for me. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels that way. You know, I like it when my employees are able to go do stuff on their own, and I can manage the macroscopic aspects of the entire game. If I wanted to play a management simulator, I would just play my real life. Oh, only if... Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm also kind of, like, weirded out how the game goes from pause to game speed 1 to game speed 3. You know, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I think there should be more game speed settings here, maybe like a 5 times. If you're going to go 1 to 3, you might as well go 3 to 5. I mean, you're already, like, doing some very strange patterns, so I think you should continue with that. Besides, then I would cut out a lot of the middleman waiting aspects of the game. You know, I think it's bad to limit the max speed of the game, because typically if a player, you know, is actually playing the game and there's management to be done, they'll slow down the game to do it. It's kind of like the Hearts of Iron effect, where, like, you can have the game run at max speed, but when, like, history is moving, you gotta slow the game down and actually manage some stuff, you know? And then you can speed it back up at the dull moments, kind of like the beginning right here. I don't need to suffer through every little aspect of this production process right here. Okay, now we can finally buy ourselves a brand new small factory. We'll put it right down here, and then once we get back up to $300, which will probably be like another 80 minutes at this point, we'll hire another guy so we can keep the line of drugs flowing into the storeroom pretty darn speedy and rapid. Here he goes, it's the time, selling what we need, and, oh, there we go, another worker right there. Okay, let's get him down working in this area here. Let's set his auto recovery things right where we need them to be. All right, and now he is. We got multiple production things going at the same time. Hopefully, our slowdowns should not be nearly as slow. I think maybe we're not limited by the amount of beds that we have to keep these people in. But yeah, we'd certainly need to look into different research aspects, get some more stuff developed, infect some new regions, get some new customers, and build up our laboratory if we wanted to keep going with this. But I don't want to bother you guys all day with this little episode here. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more, especially because this is currently looking like a one-time deal, if you guys want to see more of this, maybe continue the series, stretch it out, see how far we can get this game, make sure you click that subscribe button and leave a comment down below saying that you would like that to happen, because we just got an achievement, Small Pharmacist. Otherwise, give us a thumb and tell us how you are doing down in the comment section, because we'd love to hear how you are doing as well. My name is Steven Marqueteros, and I will see you guys next time.